Hello, Spirit Family. Thank you so much for joining me at Aquarian Node. I am getting ready to do a general reading for my air signs. This is going to be for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Let's see what you all have going on for the week of April 5th through the 11th. I do apologize. I know it's like already April 6th, but I had every intention of doing you guys' reading yesterday after I did the water signs, but my phone, the percentage on my phone was really low. So I had to charge it. By the time I finished charging it, I was hungry. So I ate, and then you know how the rest of that goes. I ended up going to bed and before I could get to it. So we're going to do all of the air signs in this one video, starting with Libra, Spirit. 3? Wow. Okay. So you've got 3 separate messages. I feel like this is for 3 separate deacons. So depending on which deacon you're in, this is going to probably show up for you differently. The first one you have out is move, get up and get active. Try gentle exercise such as yoga, tai chi, or Pilates. Oh, maybe I need to get a little closer. Okay. And then the next one you have is ask. It's okay to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. And then the last one you have is clearing. Remove energy blockages by clearing out unwanted emotional or material clutter. So it seems like Libra, you have a lot going on right now. Who else got clearing? One of the water signs also got clearing. So I would check that out too. I think it was Pisces. If you have any Pisces placements, but this is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get a little bit more information, see what you all have going on. Please remember, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. Do not force these scenarios to fit into your life if they do not fit into your life. Was I feeling anything for you all? I did feel procrastination. I felt procrastination pretty strongly as an overarching theme for all the air signs this week. So if there's something that you're holding back from, or you're like waiting to do, this might be relevant for you. And then you got the move card, so that might be especially relevant for you. Family, I'm getting family energy as well. Something with your family. You might have had a recent get together with family. I know yesterday was Easter in the United States. Oh, wow. And I was going to say justice too. Okay. All right. We only have 4 cards come out. Interesting. The first card you have out is the Queen of Wands. So this is fire energy as well. But more than that, for you, Libra, I do feel like you're very accustomed to being the voice of your family. I feel as though you are pretty much the ringleader. Everything that you says goes, and you've kind of gotten accustomed to that. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the energy that I'm getting right now. Then you have a justice. So this is definitely Libra energy because you all are represented by the person holding the scales of truth. And so I feel as though you may not have responded or reacted to some information that you received. It could have something to do with someone not being pregnant. You have the Empress here in reverse. This could also be somebody's feelings towards you. They may feel that you can be overbearing and self-centered, and that is something that they communicated to you recently. You do have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like a conversation was had that had maybe a negative connotation to it. Maybe you had an idea for some type of success that didn't come to fruition. And I feel like it may have been out of your realm of responsibility. I do feel as though you probably have been desiring something that is not for you. You might be imposing your expectations on others, and they may have communicated that with you. It could have been one of your children. This Empress energy is giving me like you're the mother, and you're just not used to having people, do other things that you don't want. And then with this Queen of Wands, sometimes I see different things sometimes with different cards, but what's coming out to me right now is her facial expression. It's kind of like smug, like, I'm the ish. I'm the one running all of this. And I think you may have gotten too comfortable with that role and that perception from well, your self perception, but that's not how others perceive you. And I think that you now might be being faced with the reality of how people feel with you, and it's not as flattering or favorable as you thought. This is very feminine energy. All of these cards these three cards are all of women. I get a very matriarchal intensity to this. Yeah, so Page of Swords in reverse comes out. That's finding out something that you did not want to find out. It's not favorable news, and it is regarding a woman for sure, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, and that is a single woman. I don't feel like this person is single. I just feel as though in the Nine of Pentacles is also a woman in business. So if this has a business aspect to it instead of family, it could be a work environment that you're in that you may not have received a promotion or whatever it was that you were expecting. You may not have received that. Instead, you received news that was kind of to the contrary, and it's disappointing. That's not what you wanted to hear. I don't feel like it's really diminished your financial stability at all with the Nine of Pentacles. That's a very independent and that's a person, feminine energy, that knows how to get things done on their own. A very successful individual, very skilled too. I like to think of the air signs. You guys are the geniuses of the zodiac, in my opinion. You all are very intellectually grounded, especially, well, I mean, all of you, but Libras, I feel as though you all are very strategic, and you do well in business because you know how to plan and talk to people in a way that helps you be successful. Okay, ooh, this is a lot of cards. I do not like a lot of cards on my table, but this is what Spirit has for you. So yeah, okay, maybe it is with family, because you do have the Ten of Cups in reverse. There was some type of shift, and it's under the Justice card. There's something about people speaking to you. And again, you have the Knight of Swords, which is a communication card. Information coming in that was not to your liking, something that you had a lot of hope for, because you do have the Star here energy. Uh, yeah, something you had hopes for, that action is not moving forward. Oh, for some of you, this is a divorce. You have the Ten of Wands. This is a burden being put down. There's a lot of scenarios, and you know what? It's my fault because I did not fast, so I'm getting a lot of storylines. That's probably why I got three of your overriding themes too, because I did not fast today. I definitely ate. So I apologize for that. And then you have the Lovers here in reverse. So there's definitely a dissolution of a relationship here in one aspect. Something that you had high hopes for, you received information, or you are going to receive information that is not, it's not very favorable, right? Yeah. There might someone may have agreed with you, um or set an expectation. Well, you perceived a situation being one way and it ended up not being that way, and now I feel like there's a little bit of an upset to your 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 environment. Yeah, but this is negative news, something you weren't expecting coming in with this Page of Swords energy. And there's a lot of communication here because you have the swords. You have the Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, and they're all represented by people. So this is definitely, well, not the Ace necessarily, but the Page and the Knight are. This is, and for the two of them to be in the negative, and then the Knight of Swords, that's a swift moving, fast moving energy. And that's someone who sometimes speaks before actually really thinking about what they're saying. This can be, for what I'm feeling right now, if this is a family member, this is likely someone that hurt your feelings but with something that they said. It really kind of took you off guard. And right, being under the Justice and the Empress. Yeah. So something you had high hopes for, not coming to fruition here. Unfortunately, this could also be the dissolution of a relationship. Maybe you were expecting to get engaged, but that is not happening. I do apologize for the intensity of the message. Let's get some advice for you, Libra. Spirit. Oh man. Yeah, communication, huge theme, as well as family, children especially. Interesting. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Thank you. All right. So in your advice, you do have the Three of Swords. Again, communication. Swords are communication. With this popping up after I said I felt like there was a dissolution of something, you're being led to actually let this ending happen. Let it happen because it needs to. And then you have the Six of Cups, right? And the Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's the past. It's siblings. It's children. It's high school sweethearts. It's, the things that have already occurred, relationships that have already been or are currently in cycle. That those things are coming. Yeah, there's change to it, right? You have the Death card, which is all about a long-term change. Maybe it appears as something negative initially, but in the long run, there's a lesson here that needs to be learned by either you or the other party. You could be dealing with a earth sign. You have the Daughter of Pentacles here, but the fact that this is the youthful energy of the Pentacles is telling me that this likely might have to do with a child, one of your children, not necessarily a child, but one of your children. It could be a child too, but especially with the Six of Cups. But yeah, this is a relationship. This is the dissolution of a familial relationship. It could be romantic, but I don't think so. I'm getting very much family. I'm getting very much mother-daughter type scenario, or mother sister-in-law, or mother daughter-in-law, or grandma and mother. You know what I mean? It has that kind of very feminine dynamic. And this could also be based around a lie someone told. If this is related to work, which I don't feel it is necessarily, at least not totally, then I feel as though you may be disappointed by how you are learning others view you in the work environment. You may have seen yourself as more of an authoritative figure, but others don't really see you that way. They might see you as very talkative and a quick thinker, but not always good on the delivery with communication here. Your advice, like I said, accept this change, accept this ending. It's not necessarily over for you, but there is a lesson that needs to be learned. And sometimes spirit can't, or the universe is not going to make it very clear to you what it is that you're supposed to be learning. Part of the human experience, part of the reason why we are in these current vessels, is to go through these different dynamics so that we can become more assimilated to the whole of our energetic responsibilities, right? So that is your message, Libra. I do hope that this was helpful. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio, or you might have Scorpio placements, or an Aquarius, or a Gemini. But yeah, I hope that this message was helpful. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if the message vibes. I look forward to doing you guys reading again next week. Right, and we're just going to keep going. Going to move on to the next air sign, which is going to be Gemini. Let's get these cards cleared. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear my dog snoring. He's laying right next to me, snoring his whole heart out. Part of the reason why I got this microphone. And also, too, I tend to have a soft voice when I'm reading. I don't think, well, I guess I have a soft voice, period. But, yeah, I know I can be difficult to hear. And where I'm positioned right now, where my spiritual retreat is located in my store, it's very noisy here. Very noisy. These walls are so thin. And I'm like smack dab. I've got a diesel mechanic behind me, and then I have a car repair place to the, next to me. So it gets pretty loud, which is another reason why I can only do these readings either on the weekends or at night or early mornings. Anyway, so Gemini, you guys are up. This is going to be for the week of April 5th through the 11th for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You have two overriding themes. Decide. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides for help. And heal. You have a natural gift for healing through your hands, words, or actions. And that's interesting because I was feeling for you all when I was thinking earlier that there might be something to do with you writing. I think writing is going to be popping up in this reading, possibly. I don't know if some of you are authors or you create content to that effect, but I do feel like that might show up in your reading too. Was I getting anything else for y'all? I know I was, but I can't remember what it is now. I gotta write stuff down. Oh, dang it. I just dropped the card. Hold on. Let me go grab that real quick. Try not to move this. Did you toot? Oh, my baby over here tooting. He over here making bubbles with his butt. All right, where was I? Yeah. I think I said earlier, overall, I feel like a lot of air signs are going through like a type of procrastination. So there might be some of that affecting you. There's some type of assignment if you're in school. Oh, that was what it was. If you're in school and you've been procrastinating, this might pop up in the reading. Another thing too I got was some of you are in school and you're kind of regretting being in school. Like you're starting to feel like it's not worth it. Getting the education isn't worth it right now. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll see what else comes out. Remember, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. Please do not force this to fit into your life if it does not fit into your life. This Nine of Pentacles has been coming out in everybody's reading so far. I know it came out in the water sign reading yesterday, I think, for every single water sign. And then I just did Libra and it came out there too. Oof, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards, Gemini. Let's see what you got going on here. I do not like a lot of cards on my table. La, 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 la. But you might have a lot going on. Oh, it's not that bad. It's just 2 more. That was going to be more than that. Oh, I didn't ring the bell. Not everybody's snoring. Okay, so you do have the 2 of Wands. Like I said, I feel like some of you may be regretting a decision that you made, or you're still contemplating making a decision, and your hesitation is in the fact that you don't know if it's really something you want to do long term. You do have the Knight of Cups. This is a very emotional type of energy. This is a very much something being offered to you, but you're trying to figure out if it's really worth investing in. You have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is indicative of a single woman, usually a Virgo woman. But it doesn't have to be, but that's just what this card represents. But typically this energy is very much, yeah, do I want to invest in this? Is what I'm spending my time on right now really going to be emotionally and financially fulfilling, is the question. You have the 6 of Cups and it's in reverse. This is very much telling me that decisions that you made, emotional decisions that you made, oh, I'm getting clarification. Emotional decisions that you've made in the past, you may feel are directly impacting your future, and you're not sure if that's a good thing. I get a very much, you try, oh, and there you go, because decide, right? It's time for you to make a decision, call upon your spirit guides for help. And then the 2 of Wands is literally making a decision, how you want to move forward. So you got a lot on your mind there, Gemini. Definitely understand this, and you're so concerned about it because this is going to be a major shift for you with this Wheel of Fortune energy. You're moving from one state of being, one part of this life cycle, to another, which is a natural flow. That's how things go, right? You make the decision, you invest emotionally, financially, and then you are at the precipice of just determining whether you want to completely leave what you have behind to move forward and start something different. 6 of Cups energy is also giving like childhood, maybe things that you've been comfortable with. It can be an emotional comfort that you're in. I also got earlier, like procrastination might be something for you, which is also 6 of Cups energy as well. You have the Sun in reverse. Now, even though it's in reverse, it's still the Sun, which is a very prosperous card. And what I'm feeling from it being in reverse right now is that there is a success, but not right now energy. It's like a do more work type energy. Oh, yeah, of course. You have a natural gift for healing through your hands, words, or actions. So do more work in determining the exact steps you need to make to be successful is the energy that I'm feeling right now. And then you have the King of Pentacles. So this is someone that is financially stable. This is someone who has enough to accomplish everything that they desire. You're going to have enough to be able to get a home. You're going to have enough to be able to start a business if that's what you want to do. You're going to have enough money to be comfortable, is that energy. So yeah, I do feel the hesitation, possibly the procrastination. If there's some type of work you need to be doing to achieve these goals, you might need to get on it like this week for real, because you don't want to miss your opportunity in this right time frame to be content, right? So that being said, I don't really feel like there's too much to clarify, but let's see if we can find out what decisions. And I think it's interesting you had 2 cards come out because, Gemini, you are symbolized by 2 people within the same body. Oh, you're worried. Yeah, you stressing about whether or not you're going to be making the correct decision. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Well. what do you know there? So communication is a huge theme here, and the lack thereof. You have the Nine of Swords, and so this is indicative of someone who's very worried and is also refusing to talk about what it is that they're going through. You're not seeking aid. You have King of Swords in reverse. You're not standing on business in an effective manner. You're not communicating your desires, your struggles, and everything else. Now, this communication can be through writing, it can be through speech, it can be through, any form of communication. I feel like there is a lack of your complete involvement, right? Then you have the Seven of Swords. So this might be due to someone doing something shifty to you, or because of something that you did shifty to someone else. With it being under the Six of Cups, that is very much indicative of someone that you've already had a relationship with, or someone from your childhood, or even a family member. It could be a sibling that you're dealing with as well. The Ten of Swords in reverse is actually a good sign, because what it's telling me is, well, it's not really a good sign, but what it's telling me is, in this situation, you've been going through a period of keeping things bottled in, and that's what you're being cautioned to move out of. Especially, see, it's two tens. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10, and then the Ten of Swords in reverse is also a 10. Which is this is about completion. It's about going from one state of being to another, opening up a new cycle, right? So I think that's very interesting how that came out at the same time, under each other, because that is the overriding theme, as well as dealing with the things emotionally that you have going on in the past. You have the Six of Cups again, so doubling down on that energy. So yeah, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, decisions that need to be made, healing that needs to be done. Words, I think, yeah, you need to talk to someone and seek some advice here. Not everyone's out to get you. The Seven of Swords energy is giving me very not trusting, very nervous, but and a withholding of information. But you have to let that go if you really want to get to this desired state of stability, right? So hmm. All right, so let's see when things are going to get better for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I'm putting a timing on this because I do feel as though that's what you're looking for. You're procrastinating right now, and you shouldn't be, because the ball is going to get rolling whether you're ready or not, and your success is going to be directly dependent on how you have strategized in the past, right? Ooh, child, what am I doing? These are the wrong cards. Y'all got me sidetracked. Well, I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, Mercury, and Jupiter. So I have a lot of Gemini placements. So I rock heavy with you all. Real heavy. I rock with y'all. I know a lot of Geminis get hate a lot of times, but I don't see the cause for it. I think Geminis are very intelligent. I think all air signs are very intelligent. And Geminis, you all have the gift for adaptability. I don't, some people say it's two-faced, but I think as we mature, we all need to know how to categorize our involvement with others. Wow, you got two cards. Okay. Lots of twos, right? Interesting. Okay. So you got two timing cards. The first one is Pisces season. This could also be December. This can also be literally Pisces season, which is February to March. It says, find your center, 12 weeks, 12 months. And remember, healing is part of what you need to be doing. So find your center and heal, right? This is very important energy. This could also occur in December. Yeah, December, 12 weeks, 12 months. Find your center. It could also be relevant Pisces season, or you could be dealing with a Pisces as well. Then you have the number 11, listen to friends, listen to friends. And that is 11 days, 11 weeks. And this is pretty right on target. It doesn't have, it's not associated to any other sign. But if you do have a Pisces friend, I would say definitely reach out to that person. They're going to be able to help you find your center, be able to help you get the healing that you need and make the decisions that you need to make to be able to be successful, right? Because that's what we all want here, Gemini. All right, and that is all I have for y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if the message vibes. And I look forward to doing your reading again soon. Bye-bye, Gemini. And we're going to keep right on going here. Keep the train chugging. Keep that train chewing along. That just completely cleared everything, Aquarius. But yes, thank you for joining me, Aquarius. I'm getting ready to do your reading for April 5th through April 11th. I do apologize for not getting these messages out yesterday. I wanted to. I said this in the beginning, but yeah, it was my intention to do all of the air signs yesterday, but my phone was dying, and so that's so funny because I said my phone was dying, and your overriding theme for this week is recharge. Please slow down. It's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself, Aquarius. That is your overriding theme for this week. Let's see if we can get some more details. Aquarius, yeah, you guys are the innovators of the zodiac. I find you very interesting. You guys be in your own world, and I mean that in the nicest way. I have an Aquarius placement too. My North Node is in Aquarius, and in my 10th house. So technology is big for me personally. Obviously, I'm doing readings online and whatnot, so I definitely relate to you all on that level. To my Aquarius sun, moon, and risings. And I love my Aquarius North Node. It makes me feel fluid. Like, I know, air signs, water signs get a lot of the fluidity, idealism, but I do feel like air signs have that duality as well. You all are highly adaptable. I mean, air can go anywhere, right? All right, let's see what you got going on. You have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like this week there might be some financial things going on with you and or your family. You have Temperance here. So this is part of a cycle that you've currently been dealing. I don't think that this is new. This is a situation that you've been dealing with for a while here. Now, the thing about Temperance coming out in the reading, it's all about having the patience. Like you're going through what you need to go through at this time because it's positioning you to be able to handle other situations later, right? Now, and while you're worrying, you shouldn't be, because you are going to be getting some type of offer here, something coming in that is related to finances with this Page of Pentacles energy. If you do anything with animals, it might have a relation to that. I personally do something with animals, so but my eye went to the goat here in the background. So if you do any farm work, do anything, oh, and there's a pig too. I didn't even know that. There's a pig right there, and then there's a farm in the background. So I'm also getting too very much so if you are very involved with nature, plants, stuff like that, this message might specifically be for you. If you like if you sell things, this message might be specifically for you, a service or something. Right. Then you have the Two of Wands here, and this is about making a decision. This is about choosing a path to go on, making your world more in line with your energy is what this is giving me heavily. So you're needing to decide how you want to deal with the energies and how you want to apply what you're learning in this learning period, this time frame, how you want to apply that to future situations. I feel as though you might be going through some things that have taught you how not to do, right? And you're going to be soon given an opportunity to apply that not knowledge to the do knowledge to achieve success. You have the Lovers here. So the Lovers is about relationships and doesn't have to be romantic, but there's an element of balance here, equal give and take on a relationship level. This could be a friendship. This could be with work as well, collaboration with someone or a group of people, and determining how you all can contribute in a way that's going to be long lasting. You could also be making a decision between two individuals that you have a romantic inclination towards. I do feel like there's a dual energy that's overriding. You see in the Temperance card, she's got two cups pouring into the same cauldron. And then you have the Two of Wands, right? Two wands. That one end, well, he's not holding one, he's kind of ignoring one and holding the other with the World, but there's that duality again. And then of course with the I'm sorry, the Lovers, which is the number 6 card, you have that duality as well with the two figures, and then the third being the Angel, but you know what I mean. So, and then you could also be dealing with the Gemini, or you might have Gemini placements. So but yeah, relationship energy is very strong. Decision making energy is very strong. And then financial stability energy is very strong. I'm also getting strong fire and water. So all the elements you got going on here, Aquarius. Let's see. Let's get some more information here. I apologize. I did not fast. I have eaten already, so these messages are not coming out as clear as they would be had I fasted. I do apologize for that. But we're going to work it out. Sorry, I got dogs everywhere. I have a pet care business, and there's one dog in here. She's sleeping across the room, and then, well, my son, he just walked out, but he was laying over here snoring. Oh, relationship for sure. Page of Pentacles out twice. Interesting. Finances is definitely a thing. If you're expecting to receive something, you might miss out on that opportunity. Yep. 4 cups in reverse. Might miss out on that if you're not getting yourself together. You need to recharge, slow down, take some time for yourself. And also too, what just came out to me, it says it's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself. And what popped out to me is the word look. So your appearance, I think, is going to be vital in this week. Something to do with your appearance. But yeah, relationships, like I said, you got the Ace of Cups here, first card that came out as a clarifier. So there is a new relationship here. There's potential for someone coming in. They might be offering something, or someone may have offered you something recently. I would not bank on that because there's a very volatile energy with that. You might receive some type of uh, help or gift or something like that, but it may not be to the extent that you would like. You have the Four of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like you are going to have an offer come in here, or you already had an offer come in here, and that's what you're making your decision about, but you're not paying attention to that offer. And because you have a decision to be made, that might be okay. But I just want you to make sure, that you're open to every possibility, and that in making your decision, you're not jumping to what feels comfortable just because it feels comfortable. Sometimes growth does require discomfort. You have the King of Wands in reverse. This is someone who is normally charismatic and outgoing and has that very intense energy, but it being reversed, it's literally the opposite. This is someone who has been more introverted, not very expressive, and keeping things more hidden, and also is indicative of someone who hesitates, right? Instead of just going the course, taking action, there's a hesitation here, and that has to end. You have the Ten of Wands right here, which is all about some inactivity that's been going on for a while here coming to an end. This could be a new relationship coming in that you're adverse to because you've been single for a while, but it's time to, I mean, what do you want? You want to be alone for the rest of your life? You're going to have to make a decision on whether or not you want to trust in this. And that's why duality is coming in here. I don't feel as though most of you are meant to be by yourself forever, but you're not willing to, be a part of a whole. You're not really willing to be that other part of the whole. Yeah, like I said, but there's two halves to make a whole, right? You both have to be at 100% though. It's not supposed to be a 50-50 relationship. It's supposed to be 100% person with 100% person making that 100% relationship, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. But yeah, you got the Sun, and even though it's in reverse, it's a very auspicious card. It reflects abundance. It reflects prosperity. With it being reversed, it may take some time here. I do feel like this is very relationship related for a lot of you, because it's giving me that intensity, right? That passion. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Spirit just said, take it slow, right? Oh, there it is. Yeah, please slow down. Please slow down, right? That was your overriding theme, and that is what I'm getting here too. If you are really into someone, if you meet someone this week, you might be inclined to just go full throttle into it quickly, making moves faster. But you are being cautioned to slow down, make sure that all your ducks are in a row, making the right decisions. If you're choosing between two people, I feel as though you might be more compatible with the person that has the most financial stability. Not, not to say you're a gold digger or whatever, but I think, well, let's get you some advice here. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Gemini. You could have those placements, or you could also be dealing with a Sagittarius. Yeah, fire sign energy is very intense here. Let's see your advice here. What are we doing? If you're the masculine in this, I do feel as though you are wanting to settle down as well, but there's this hesitation and the responsibility that comes with that. You might also be choosing between two partners, getting that strongly. Two of Wands with the Lovers. Yeah, trying to make a choice here, make a decision on a relationship. And if you're worried about not having enough to give, here, remember that there's more to life than what you can contribute financially, right? Material possessions are not all there is to stable relationship. Okay, so this is beautiful. You showed up in the reading. It's so loud outside. I hope that this microphone is tuning all of that out. And it's raining too, so you hear all the cars driving by, splash and everything. You have the Six of Swords. So I do feel as though communication is going to be progressing here. There is going to be a shift from stagnation to something in the future, something futuristic. You are being cautioned to have hope here. And you also showed up in the reading with the Star card. That is indicative of an Aquarius. What else my eye is being drawn to is the fact that look at the vase that is holding the light. Doesn't that look like a pinnacle? Mm-hmm. And I feel as though more than the light is being brought into the vase instead of flowing out, it's going in. And that takes me back to the Temperance card as well, right? Both of these energies, this duality. You've got the fire, right? And then you have the water. And then the same thing with this card. You have this light with the water energy. Very dual energy here. That is very specific. There is a decision. I feel as though it's between two people that are very different from each other, and you were just trying to figure out which one is the right one. You have the Four of Swords too in reverse. This is definitely giving that recharge energy, taking some time out to really relax and get yourself together, get your mind right, get your mental in place. And then you have the World. And what's great about the World is this is a long-term life cycle shift. This person that you end up going, the person that you end up being with is going to be a long-term commitment here. If you haven't met this person already or these people already, I do feel like this week is going to be significant for that. The other thing I just got to was if you're single, the decision can be to either remain alone or to move forward with a potential partner here. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that this information was helpful. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Gemini, Leo, another Aquarius, and yeah, that's all we have on the table, really. But yeah, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if this message vibes. And I look forward to doing your reading again soon, Aquarius. Bye-bye.